Tonight on Hip on the Spot News. 200 frames per second may be a reality in DCS world. Multithreading is on its way to our sim platform. Normandy 2 map details and a bit of a hiccup with the price info. And DCS makes it in mainstream media and lives to tell the story. This and more on How I Play. Hello virtual pilots, I'm Andre Celesti, and tonight we are going to take a look at the latest developments in DCS world. And we got some news for you. The open beta patch is still waiting to be released. Testing is still underway behind closed doors, and rumors are spreading that it would be the patch that brings the multi-threading improvement for our platform. We will only know when it's out, and buckle up and get ready if the patch didn't launch as we recorded this video. We saw more internal information from Iron Mike that works for Heatblur, mentioning that for him, in VR his performance saw a massive improvement. And in 2D, his FPS jumped from 60 FPS on average to around 200 FPS, running 4K on a 55-inch screen or TV on a 1080 Ti. Well, now, that's really crazy. If you weren't excited before, you can be now. We also got more information on Iron Mike's system. He is running a Ryzen 3800 with a 32GB of RAM, and his settings are almost everything on Ultra Extreme. So we know that multi-threading is coming soon to DCS, so we can prepare for larger missions to run much more smoother, benefiting both the single-player content and multiplayer. Nice. But let's hope that everything goes good and they can deliver that sooner rather than later. And more good news, especially for our World War II enthusiasts, the Normandy 2 map by Ugra Media, creators of the original Normandy 1944 and the Syria map. They will bring a massive enhancement to the World War II theater, and they are making impressive progress on the map itself. We got more details from ED in the latest newsletter, so let's check it out. The Normandy 2.0 map, which is nearing completion, will include free upgrades to the existing Normandy 1944 map. So, that free upgrades hints at a revamp of the Normandy 1944 map. You know, structures and textures and so on. We will see very soon what this upgrade means. The map will also be available as a single purchasable module. For the ones who already own Normandy 1944 or channel maps, the Normandy 2 upgrade will be available for only $14.99. So if you own one of the previous mentioned maps, you will pay a reduced sum of $15 basically. But originally on the 7th of October 2022, we got this information. If you own both the Normandy map and the channel map, you can purchase the Normandy 2 for only $9.99. In the recent newsletter, that information was missing or cut out. And of course, the community reacted on it. I am not surprised. But before you get your pitchforks and torches, let's see what actually happened. There was basically a small case of miscommunication or misunderstanding. But on Saturday, ED updated us with the following information. The price policy will remain the same as they announced in October, meaning the DCS Normandy 2 will be available as a complete map for $59.99 with a 20% off while in early access. And if you have either the Normandy 1944 or the channel map, you can purchase Normandy for $14.99. If you own both, you can purchase DCS Normandy 2 for only $9.99. So no increase in price or backing down on the promise from October. So we thank Kate Perederko's update and clarification. No drama, no cause for panic, all is good.
But I have a question for Kate.
What is it, Petrovich?
Will Steam users get it as well like that?
Well, until so far, yes, they do, as they did before, same as their forefathers did with other maps and modules with no differences whatsoever. Unless... oh well, let's see what will happen when the map releases. But until then, what more will this map bring to the table?
Some vodka?
No, Petrovich, it's too early for vodka. We know it will be a large-scale map of the Normandy region and southeast England. Currently, they are working on debugging and we can soon expect its completion. The map will include 69 airfields, Nice number. Many new towns and villages, ports, factories, and of course the capital of London and Paris. Petrovich, which country's capitals are these cities?
West North Korea?
Really?
Well, I do not travel too much, so I only know from TV propaganda.
Alright, Petrovich, we have to do a few changes here. Never mind, where was I? Yes, the Normandy 1944 map will be updated such that it will be compatible with the Normandy 2 map in both single player and multiplayer. This includes the addition of many new and improved fields, cities, and villages that will now become unique and separated territories of France and England.
Ah, those are the countries.
Yes, Petrovich, never mind. Other changes include improved buildings and structures like bridges, ports, roads, and railways, forests, trees, sea cliffs, and coastlines. All Normandy 1944 map airfields will receive improvements, and their infrastructure and aircraft hangars will become more detailed and authentic. The entire map will receive a refresh to the seasonal changes of spring, summer, and autumn. As we said before, no winter wonderland for this map. As part of its free Normandy 1944 update, 5 English airfields will become uniquely modeled. And additionally, 18 new airfields will be added, with 4 in England and 14 in France. So, as we specified, this release will also be a huge and free improvement to the Normandy 1944 map. This will allow all map owners to have all the Normandy 2 map airfields at no extra cost. Having the same 69 airfields on both maps will allow players to share their sky in online campaigns and online missions. Ugra Media has done everything possible to remove any borders between the two maps. I am a World War II enthusiast as well, and I have all the modules from ED, including the maps and warbirds. Well, truth be said, almost all warbirds. Still missing a few. So, looking forward for this new addition to our theater of war that, as mentioned by ED, includes unique objects, buildings, and structures for Paris and London with famous historical monuments, plus transport and military infrastructure that have been recreated in detail. Now I need to make time and enjoy a World War II campaign again. But before we move on, let's hear from our sponsor. VR Rock is offering something we deem right for our community: blue light protection and specialized prescription lenses for your VR headsets. Yes, you heard me right. It's a problem I encountered ever since I started using my VR headset. My friends who wear prescription glasses couldn't enjoy flying in DCS as my headset couldn't safely fit without taking the glasses off. VR Rock will manufacture the lenses according to the prescription information you provide, fitting most VR headsets currently on the market, and will ship it worldwide with the benefit of a tax-free policy. They also include non-prescription eye protection lenses. If you use our Hip Games discount code, you will receive 5% on any order and support our channel in the process. Link is in the video description. We got some short news from Razbam with a picture post on what looks like, well, open panels and internal modeling. Reminds us of the Black Shark tree. I have no further comments on this one. In other news, DCS made it in the mainstream media. Yes, it happened. Some fact-checking was required after a video was posted showing off an Su-35. That's the title they gave it. Yeah, I know. Doing an unbelievable Cobra-style landing on an American carrier. Here we go again. Petrovich, what did I tell you about doing things like this?
But it wasn't me.
Somehow, I don't believe you.
Okay, go ask Natasha. I was home all week playing Minecraft. Yeah, Minecraft. We found a village and we cleared the mobs.
Sometimes I wonder, how did we get here? So yes, coming back on the video from DCS, it made 157,000 views on February the 27th with 2.7 million tweets. Man, I wish I would get that much attention. But the original clip was shared on February the 12th on Instagram, and it had clear tags as DCS Simulator by Master Arm, who captioned the footage of the Su-27. That post made 280,000 views, because our community is big and dedicated. The fun part is that even a Pentagon press officer had to reply on an email and say that no Russian planes landed on any US ships. I linked the article in the video description if you want to check it out. I am not impressed by this type of developments, but as you can see, the situation is as follows. DCS is getting very realistic, and we have to make sure our content doesn't get confused by, let's put it nicely, unaware persons as real-life events. So please try to do your best in embedding either the word simulator video or DCS in your videos so we don't get our favorite platform in trouble. I should know, I live in a country where one of the biggest news channel did a complete analysis on an Arma 3 video made a few years ago, thinking that the action was in real life. I didn't know if we should laugh or cry about it. And that's it, thank you all for watching, and I want to take the time and thank Edie for showcasing our videos on their newsletter, social media, and even on the Steam store page. It really means a lot to us. We hope we can continue to deliver quality content for our favorite sim platform out there. You guys rock! And of course, we cannot forget about our Patreons that support our channel. Rhinox, Pegasus24, Runan, Bish, Payway aka Malone, Santiago Ordonez, Stephen Adashchik, and Slackman. We sure are getting more and more support, and I gotta say, we need it as YouTube has a way of fluctuating too much the income from the channel. Any help to ameliorate that is welcomed. We also want to thank our viewers that donate to our channel. And if you want to help us grow the channel, well, we created a Patreon page with a few benefits for our subscribers. Use the thanks button and leave us a like if you find our video informative and entertaining. And of course, subscribe to keep in touch with all the latest news on your favorite simulators and games. I am Andre Celesti, reminding you to fly safe, and I'll see you next time.